Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you coming. This is Covert Critic, and it's Saturday evening. And what we're going to talk about today is the attempted assassination on former President Trump at a rally that he had up in Pennsylvania today. As of the time of this recording, he's alive, he's well, he's back, he's out of the hospital, and the shooter obviously is dead. What I wanted to do, just kind of go over a couple of things that I'm looking at social media and seeing and some of the reports out there, and just kind of give you my perception, my take. And then I kind of wonder what you out there think, any viewers out there that might have more experience than I do. I'm coming from uh, active duty right now with over 23 years of service at the most senior level. So here we go. Let's get into it. All right. Now, what I wanted to do first for y'all is I wanted to share uh, a picture of the scene. So here we go. This is what we got so far. So right now, this is the overhead picture of where the former president was speaking at. So over here to the right is where the president was speaking with all the people. Obviously all the patrons that attended the rally. Then here to the very rear is where all the mainstream media was at. Now, what I want you to notice here in this picture, though, is I want you to notice this white barn right here. It's a barn. These obviously are two barns and a little mini barn. And then over here is a business complex. Now, this distance, if you actually go on Google Maps and take it, it measures at 160, I think like 161 yards. So right now, this is where the suspected shooter was placed at, or not placed at, but where he was placed at, aiming down at where the former president was speaking at. Now, what I want to show you though, real quick, is I want you to notice this white barn. Notice the front door and the white line across that you can see on the top. If you look at this picture right here, you can see that is that barn exactly. That is a sniper right there with his rifle, and there's another sniper right here, and then this looks like some equipment that he has. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go back to this building. So you see the barn and you see this big tree, big bush. At the angle that you see the picture, you can see those are the trees in the background over here. The reason why this is important is because there's a report that the BBC got that shows a gentleman who says, hey, he tried to warn the Secret Service. So what's crazy about this is the BBC news agency, obviously out of Britain, interviews this gentleman who says that he tries to warn the Secret Service and local police authorities. So what I want to do is I want to show it to you. Let me know what you think, and I'm gonna mute it at the very end. He says something that might trigger YouTube. I don't know, but I'll tell you after. Here we go.
And watch and listen to the rally. Right, we couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see.
Hey, real quick, I just want to show you something real quick. That's a koozie for Trump, and that is a Yingling Flight beer. I know that beer very well. I love it. Just want to throw it out there. So I do appreciate the man's taste in beer. Here we go.
They could see, but why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see? I mean, obviously, everyone when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew.
Just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to?
So here we go again. That's what he says. You know, I don't know how true it is, but man, that's pretty damning. If you know, if that is true. I mean, I don't know how else, you know, to explain that to you. You know what I mean? Like that's just really really crazy. Two is this is the barn that these snipers are at. This is where that shooter's at. So he's saying that he was standing by big trees, which I would assume he's somewhere up here watching, and he's yelling to them, and the police like, "Hey, I see this guy up here." Now, obviously, the snipers that we see in this picture right here, he says probably couldn't see him because there was a lip on this building. The one question though is why wasn't this whole area secured? So this, in military terms, this is a whole bunch of open space right here. It's a whole bunch of open space. Now, anybody in military, at least in combat arms, knows like when you go out, you have a range card and you're gonna make, hey, where are all the areas that I could shoot or I could see shoot. This right here is a wide, clear, open shot. Secondly, I'll look up here. This is an avenue approach. This is a road right here that they can get into. Now, I don't know if that's been blocked off or if it didn't get blocked off. Who knows? I would assume maybe not because the shooter got up there. Maybe he was there overnight. Who knows? But that's one question. Another question is this is a road right here. Then you have all this trees right here. Maybe he just walked up or something like that. Who knows? But the main question is why wasn't this area secured? Why wasn't somebody on these roofs? You see again in this picture, you have snipers on this barn right where the you can see right here where Trump is speaking. How are there no snipers, spotters, anybody on any of these roofs watching and seeing what's going on? I don't know, kind of crazy, right? So here we go. I'm going to show you another video real quick of right after he gets shot. So a couple questions. He gets shot. He goes down. The Secret Service are a few seconds after the shots. They come up. They cover him. I don't know why they didn't immediately pull him off the X. You can see on the pictures that I showed you before, there's access, you know, to come in and out. I don't know what, you know, I'm not Secret Service obviously, but I know military wise, you get him off the X. You see him shot, you get him off the X immediately. You start doing first aid. But again, I don't know. I'm not Secret Service, but you know, who knows? Secondly, what he does here, I think, whether you like him or not, whether you're left or right, I'm not here for that. I'm not left or right. What I am though is a man who's talking to 1,000 people, just gets shot. He's got to be just 1,000 emotions going through him, and he has the wherewithal to do this. Here we go again. So, in case you didn't hear what he said, he tells the Secret Service agents, "Hey, wait, 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 wait," and then he puts his fists up and he says, "Fight, fight, fight." Let me play it again for you real quick. Now, whether you like them or you don't like them, that takes a lot of guts to be able to do that. You just got shot. You got blood dripping down your face. You have no idea what's going on. It could be a bigger attack. Could be more people shooting at you. You don't know. I think one of the reasons he did this, you know, he's a very older gentleman. He's been through a lot. I think he was more worried about all the people that were there. They're probably scared out of their freaking mind of what had just happened. He wanted to give them a little, hey, fight, fight, fight. Don't be scared. Like, don't let people, you know, stop you from what you believe in and what you are truly passionate about. Being passionate about the campaign that Trump is running right now. I don't know, but that's my thoughts on that. All right. Other thing that I kind of want to mention to you is that right now, Trump does not have a full presidential package at all. Now, usually what happens is once you get the nomination for your party, you get a full presidential package of Secret Service protecting you. He does not have that right now. There have been numerous requests from President Trump's Secret Service detail for a larger footprint. And Kim Cheadle, who is in charge of the Secret Service, has repeatedly denied them. Now, this is documented. This is not hearsay. This is documented. The request is she says no. Now, people say it's because she's doing it for political reasons, and she's saying this and saying that. And there's a lot of pundits out there. I don't know. But the question is hey, how come the front runner of the GOP Former president doesn't have a full presidential package, especially with the vitriol and how crazy this election season is getting. I mean, it's going to get worse before it gets better, obviously. So let's take a look at Miss Kimberly Cheetle. So here we go. We got Miss Kimberly Cheeto. So she's the 27 director right now of the Secret Service. Prior to her appointment, she served as a senior director in global security at PepsiCo. And what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and show it to you so you can kind of see her little background. Now, this is not me making this up. This is from the Secret Service website itself. And this is just a bio on the leadership of the Secret Service. So here we go. As I said, she served as a senior director in global security at PepsiCo, where she was responsible for directing and implementing security protocols for the company's facilities in North America. Her role at PepsiCo involved developing risk management assessment and risk mitigation strategies. Now, a lot of people are like, hey, she's not qualified for the job. She's a DEI hire. I don't know, but man, after watching what happened today, you kind of wonder like what is going on with that, right? So she did, though, prior to PepsiCo, she did serve for 27 years in the Secret Service, most recently as assistant director of the Office of Protective Operations. In this position, she managed a $133.5 million budget and collaborated with 10 operational divisions in the Technical Security Division, research, develop, and deploy technologies that reduce risk to protectees, protected families, protected events. So does she have the qualification? I don't know. I'm not in the hiring position, but at least she's got some kind of background in Secret Service at a higher level. But again, the question is, it's got to be asked, why doesn't he have a bigger security footprint? I just don't understand that. I don't know why they've been denied. And it's not Trump advocating this. This is his Secret Service detail asking for this. Like, hey, we need more people. Now, again, I go back to maybe they didn't have a large enough security footprint where they could actually cover this building the way they would normally, and they had to rely on local law enforcement who no fault to them, but maybe they don't have the experience that the Secret Service does of clearing buildings, checking rooftops, checking open areas, checking lines of sight, avenues of approach, that kind of thing. Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments about that. For all my military members out there or anybody who's worked in law enforcement or anything, let me know what y'all think about that. That's one that I'm kind of curious about, right? Lastly, what I want to do is kind of show you how the news is reporting this. So this is what CNN posted. Now, again, I'm not for left or right, but this is very, very, very crazy. So they're taping this. It's clear they're gunshots. There's no doubting that there's gunshots. When I listen to it, I've listened to it numerous times. I hear 7 shots. Now, mind you, from a sniper rifle, again, this is after over 20 years of service. When I shoot, you won't hear it for a few seconds. There's going to be a delay in that shot. So I count 7. I could be wrong. Could be 2, could be 3, could be 10. Who knows? And you don't know if it's incoming or outgoing shots, right? Because obviously the Secret Service snipers are the ones who actually took out the shooter. According to the pictures that you see on social media, obviously I'm not going to show it here because it's pretty graphic. But Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. How do you report that? Now, you may not like the man or whatever, but come on. That's a candidate running. And he's a former president. Again, whether you like him or not, he's a former president. They knew what happened. There's no way. And this is something that's kind of funny that got leaked. This is what the news media put out to the reporters. Here we go. Hello. Reminder, stick to the facts. Don't speculate, editorialize, centralize, or jump to conclusions reporting on the Trump rally incident today. Don't call it an assassination attempt unless authorities say it is. Now, let's think. How many times in the news you hear they make assumptions all the time, and they repeat the dumbest stuff. They have no idea what they're talking about. They just say it to say it. They'll say this person did this person this, and then they'll have to go back days later and retract that. Come on. It's a former president doing a rally. You hear gunshots. That's pretty obvious what's going on. Something that I always learned, hey, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, guess what? It's a fucking duck. All right, here we go. Don't call it an assassination attempt, like I said. Don't say a shooting targeting Trump or the rally unless authorities confirm that connection. Clarify if it's actual gunshots. That's unclear at the moment. If authorities don't know, then it's okay to say that. Everybody knew that there were gunshots. There was a patron who was behind the president who was shot and killed. He was shot in the head. They show him on camera getting taken off by the police. Again, How do you not know it's shots? And how can you be honest? And this is why people don't trust the mainstream media, because they always lie to you, right? Left and right. Anchors, this is the people actually on the camera talking to you. Reminder to be mindful of body language and presenting the story. No need for serious face or adding comments and adjectives for color. Why can't you just react the way any normal person would? Hey, he's a former president. He's running for the office, and they tried to kill him. Again, whether it's left or right, this is our democracy. This is our republic. This is our politics. Like, how does this happen in today's day and age? You know, it's just nuts. Again, no need to say scary moments today at a Trump rally. Just gets his story. Come on, that's scary moments. Now, I'm not going to mention of other reporting, but I will. A couple years ago, when people decided to go to the Capitol in a large group, if you watch any report, it was scary. It was this. Our democracy's ending. It's got to be a scary moment to be there and you hear shots ring out and you have the hopeless feeling like, oh my God, could I get shot? Do I know? Think about all the people you hear in these interviews and mass shootings. It's scary. And again, it's okay for the people to say it's scary. Like, again, they're just lying. At this moment, no need for guests to comment. Think about when you watch the news, the last clip, they always have some kind of expert or analyze or analytic person or something. They always have guests to comment. Again, they're not going to have any guests to comment. Again, all this is just a reminder. I know we all know. I don't understand like how they can do this. Again, regardless of what you think of the man, if you like him, if you don't like him, if you think he's a bad person or anything. Again, this is just lying to your audience. And this is why mainstream media is going down and YouTube's going up. One other thing I wanted to show you real quick that I thought was pretty cool. Well, not cool, but just obviously I've seen one, but I don't think a lot of the regular people seen it. Is this picture? Some photographer got it the moment that when the shooter shot at Trump, and it obviously clips his ear, and you can see the stream right here. Now this is moisture in the air from the bullet going through and going out. There's no idea of what he was shot with. By hearing it, it sounds like it's a 22. There's a picture of the hole in Trump's ear. That, again, it's on social media. I won't show it. It looks like a 22. I could be wrong. Who knows what it was? But it definitely looks like that. So I just kind of wanted to cover this for you, let you know what I thought. I'm kind of curious to, what you think, what your thoughts are. Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree? Do you have any other opinions, or do you have any other kind of thoughts on what happened today? Do me a favor, please like this, subscribe to the channel. I try to keep videos coming to you as much as I can. And please, let me know what you think. Comment, give me a comment. Whether you think, hey, you suck, man, you're horrible, or hey, I like your content, or hey, I don't agree with this or don't agree with that. I like for you to please do that. Last thing I'm going to leave you with is just a little video from a movie called V for Vendetta. Again, I appreciate you. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share, and have a great afternoon and great evening.
Well, I think you can be pretty certain that if anyone does show up, Creedy will black bag every one of them.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.